just translate it to suit what they think or what they like also. And more errors are committed, right? Because the legitimate and the bounds were not being observed, right? So historical, grammatical, lexical. So grammar, why we said English language is because, you see, grammar is not something that is easy. But for everybody that will study, you have to understand it. You have to understand the tenses. You have to understand there is nothing that should be overlooked when you are studying it. If not, you have false information. And it's because, you know, it is usually said humorously that if you want to keep anything from an African person, keep it inside the book. They will never find it. Why? Because Africans don't read. Only very few read, and the ones that read are the ones you see enslaving those that are not reading. Why? Because they know you will not check. You will not check. You won't double check what he's saying. Did you hear what I just said? If you want to keep something from an African man, go and keep it inside a book and put it on the shelf. You will never find it because Africans don't read. Now listen to me what I added my own from experience. The few that are reading in Africa, they are the ones enslaving those who are not reading. Why? Because they know they will never go and read to know that they are lying. Because if reading is part of our culture, if you lie today and I come across it tomorrow, it should be difficult for you to lie to me tomorrow. No, we don't read. So those that read, they keep enslaving those people who are not reading. Now, after this class now, maybe some of you until next week now, you will not check your book. You will not go online to check this message and listen to all the words. The things I'm saying now, you can only get 10% of it first time. Until when you listen to it over and over and over and over and over before you can get 50% of what I'm saying. Because I'm saying so many things, right? So we are not interested in knowledge in Africa, to summarize it. That's why they are enslaving us. You can imagine, let me digress a little. It's funny. There is a particular fraudulent activity that is always going on every 5 years or 10 years in Africa. They keep using the same style and they keep getting billions. Again, they keep using the same style of money doubling and people keep subscribing to it and they will come back in another 5 years. Sometimes they were saying it's money this thing. Another 5 years, they call it MMM. Now, the one they just did now, they say money this thing. They will come again another 5 years, they call it another name. And that thing has been a long time ago. Why? Africans don't embrace knowledge. I remember in those days when I was in Africa, I told my boy, I said I was a banker for many years. There is nobody that knows where there is money and call his fellow person, let's go together. I said what they are doing is suppression. They collect from 10 people, they give 2 people. That 2 people go and tell other people. He called 50 people, they give 20 people. They are using their money to settle them. Immediately nobody is coming, you see that they will not have money to pay again. Very simple system. I was telling them that they said, no, this MMM, it's not their money. You are linking up each other. All those people are their agents, invisible people. Now, by the time it burst, nobody was talking about it again. Now, they did another one. It's going on now. All those financial, this and the EFCC carrying them everywhere now. It caught me. The next 4 or 5 years, another one will come in. All of you will enter again. Because they want quick money. It is only Africa that does not go to school. It does not learn a trade. But it's always going to mountain and churches for breakthrough. Where are you breaking to? If you bring any money, success, you are a thief. They should arrest you. You don't have a job, you don't have a business, and you want breakthrough. Break where? Where are you breaking to? So people want to multiply money. How can somebody tell you big money, you will get 50%, you will get 30%? From where? You should know it's going to burst. That they gave your friend his own money is because they want him to go and call you and other people. Because if I say to you, you go and bring 10 people. If I say to you, you go and bring 10 people. If I say to you, you go and bring 10, it's very simple mathematics. And you know those people that are doing those things? It is those ones who are knowledgeable. They are the ones frauding. Because you see some of those guys, when they talk, you know that this one read, he went to school. That's why when he speaks, his mouth is sweet. All of you take your money there again because you want fast money. Nothing good will ever come easy, and there is dignity in labor, right? So, like I'm saying, grammar is very important. Africans, let's try as much as possible to embrace knowledge, because without knowledge, they will always enslave us, right? So, those people who have knowledge, they will always enslave those people, and the only way to get knowledge is by studying, by reading. So, this is the problem in the church also, and this is what we are planning to eradicate in our own little way. That's why we call it Believers Masterclass. The Believers Masterclass is intended that after this masterclass, you will not be part of those people that they are enslaving. And I believe if God gave me the grace to liberate just 5 of you should be able to liberate 50 people collectively. And those people, 50 people one day, they will be able to liberate 500 people, and the 500 will liberate 5 million. And gradually we expect that this slavery thing will end. Amen. Somebody saying amen there. So I'm rounding up right now. So the historical grammatical method began in Antioch also. It has history. Because anything you are doing that it does not have history, you have to question it, right? This historical grammatical method we are talking about, I am not the founder of it. Neither is this somebody in one corner there. It has been since in Antioch in Syria, right? Antioch in Syria in the 3rd century. So we know where it started from, and we know how long ago, since the 3rd century. So that is to let you know that you don't have an excuse. It is not today that Bible critical analysis started, right? It has been since. That is why you will see that some ministry, you have to go to theology, not this 1 month Bible and you become a pastor. You have to go to 4 years to school to go and study. Why? It's because they want to eradicate all these things. A man just flowing, just saying his mind and wishing people well, and people are saying amen, amen. It's the flow of the Spirit. They will say, there is one man that he doesn't know anybody. The Spirit of God is using him. How do you know? And so the people, they will tell you, he started from the river. He started his ministry beside the sea. Have you seen today from the book of Colossians yourself? Please, all those 3 scriptures that we evaluated today, those are scriptures you have to meditate on. Read it line by line and make sure you eat them raw so that you will be free. And use dictionary to check everything that I've said, right? Because those elements, the element of spiritual forces, they are very important. The elements there is fire, earth, air, and water. Anywhere you see them using those 4 things, they are called spiritual forces. They are not of Christ. Anywhere fire, earth, that is the land, the soil. They are using air, and they are using water. Those 4 elements, they are spiritual forces that people use in ministry to replace Jesus. Anywhere you see them using that, you should know that it is not of Christ. So we know that the historical grammatical lexical method, which is a contextual analysis of Bible interpretation, we see that it started in Antioch. So what we are saying have origin. The origin is in Antioch, Syria, right? And it has date since the 3rd century. In other words, it is a deliberate attempt for people not to seek knowledge, to find themselves in slavery today, or some people, let me just tell you my own, because the reason why I've come to take this thing myself is that I will be using my examples, my experience, for you to know that I've been there. I did not just wake up one day and started preaching the gospel.